diet now, because you know it's not 50% exercise, 50% nutrition. It's 100% exercise and 100%
Yes,
nutrition.
sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Say that one more time again.
Yes, 100% exercise and 100% nutrition, not 50-50. So what has to happen is once you start moving, okay, and your body starts moving regularly, you're gonna come into certain benefits just for that. All right. Then you compound that with strategic, smart nutrition plans. Mm-hmm. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Okay. What do you recommend for breakfast?
I don't do that. I don't do that. If there's one pet peeve that I have as a trainer, is that I don't tell people what to eat.
Okay.
This is a free world. You got everything to eat. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now your math, that's why I always talk to you about the math.
So basically what you're saying is you can eat whatever you want, but in moderation.
Yeah, exactly. In moderation, right. Yeah. And then we know the obvious dumb. You know, you ain't gonna wake up and have a cheesesteak. You know what I'm saying? You know the obvious shit. Right. But if I gotta tell that to you, if I gotta tell that to you, we probably not. You know, I got the game from my pops. As soon as my pops got out of jail when I was in 7th grade.
Okay.
Yo, and I seen my pops do the illest thing that changed to this day is you know, and I guess this is why I gotta get in. Cause I seen my pops, he took 2 chairs like this and made a bench out of it.
What?
Yeah, right. So that automatically took all of the boundaries. I don't need a gym. So my clients don't need a gym.
Right.
And with On the Books Athletics, we're looking to bring the gym to the client, and the way we able to do that is based off the work that I've been doing on the ground for the past 3 years, y'all. I've been all over the city, trained hundreds of people. When I start, you know, and now I guess to get into a hardcore, how I started professionally training, yo man, I was, you know, to keep it 100, I was sleeping on the street for like 2 years, bro. After I graduated college. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I throw that in there for a reason, because I'm not a lazy person, I'm not a stupid person. Yeah. I went to the upper echelon of the educational parameters in this country, and it wasn't until after I did that I couldn't find a job. You know what I'm saying?
What was your major?
What was my major?
Yeah.
I was a double major in exercise science and urban planning.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so you know, I had the qualifications, but that's not what God had planned for me. Mm-hmm. So he took me to rock bottom, and then what I was able to do at that point, because I was selling my little weed too, you know what I'm saying? I was selling weed for years, but you know, I started, and then I was a dread for a couple of years too. But that, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't get stuck. That's what I was telling my man.
You know what? You probably couldn't afford a haircut.
Yo, the people part the left too, bro. Yo, and it's ill that you took that there, because when I cut my hair, right? Let me show you, you know what I'm saying? When I cut my hair, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but when I cut my hair, a lot of people want to ask me why I cut my hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I grew it, they didn't want that knowledge, or they asked, but they asked in a real condescending way, which was like, yo, don't do that shit, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for me, it was an economic thing at first, but I tied it into I made it a halal thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Muslim. You know, halal just means it's in accordance with the will of God.
Okay.
So, you know, it came to pass through all of those years that I grew with my dreads, my dreads grew with me, and I went from a point, so now getting back to my training, so when I ended up straight up on the street, yo, I was training people for like $15 a week out of parks. You know what I'm talking about? Like that $15 was feeding me.
How long were the sessions?
However long it needs to be. What else I'm doing? Where I'm going? I need you. Word up. I mean,
I need this
straight like that. I need some companionship at this point in my life. Because when I'm done with you, it's the streets. Right. You know what I'm talking about? And then you know that 8, 9 o'clock, the streets quiet down.
Right.
So, but that was my time to build on my craft. So that's when I'm doing my pull-ups. That's when I'm making my prayers. And after a certain amount of time, and real specifically, it was Ramadan, what was that, 2011. Mm-hmm. That was my final test where God was like, yo, if you pass this, would get you off the streets were good. And I did, you know, I fasted, and it's provisions for people who are not at home during the month where you don't have to observe the fast.
Yeah.
I did that, did what I had to do, kept expounding on my knowledge and my body. And I just went up and up and up. I like one thing my nigga Lil Wayne said one time. He said, I'm rich as fuck and I never blew up.
Yeah.
Business smart, gotta get my loot up. And that's what we did, you know what I'm saying? So we went from one level to another. Now where I'm at, I'm certified. I'm a certified fitness instructor. I'm a certified fitness nutritional specialist. I got my degree, you know, we got the company, we launching the company. So, you know, it was steps, brother. It was steps.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You definitely have you got a story to tell.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yo,
Right?
you know, warrior shit, bro.
Nah,
Straight warrior shit.
see.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when we was out on the street, yo, just forget about it.
I mean, you know, it'd be the fact that, you know, we here and it's a time crunch and all that. That's like part of the story. Like, you know, we met, you know, in the physical realm recently. However, you know what I mean, we crossed paths and he only told like an eighth of the story. I mean, this man has written books. This man has toured these books. This brother knows grind on another Hot Boy first on a whole level. He really does, and it shows up in his training. I think the people the clients that he interacts with, they feel the intensity because they may not know where it comes from.
Yeah.
But it's such an authentic place.
Right.
And they really get that. And I mean, it got me enrolled. And I'll tell you, I'm a leader in my own right.
Yeah.
And one thing is for certain, one of the first things that I've learned is, you know, a leader has to know who to follow.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like Dr. King understood he needed to follow Gandhi.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, and you know, Malcolm X, everybody had somebody to follow, everybody.
Stand
So
on the shoulder of giants.
you know, and it doesn't diminish you as a man or at all to be able to say, you know what, I can follow that lead. And so, you know, I'm just saying, I had to throw that piece in there about the books and the grind because there's so much.
It's a lot of depth to what we doing.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't want to make sure we didn't.
Definitely. I kind of, you know, definitely. I authored 3 books. You know what I'm saying? I wrote those while I was on the streets too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. It was definitely a means to an end. And today, you know, I'm fully immersed in changing people's lives. You know, we launching this company. I just launched my website, or relaunched my website. It's a lot smoother now. OnTheBooksAthletics.com.
Okay.
And on the books, I'm sorry, pardon me. The website is LeonardSmithAthletics.com.
CPT.
Right. It was CPT. Now we Leonard Smith Athletics, which is the precursor to OnTheBooksAthletics.com. So we going up online, and it's a rhyme and reason. You know what I'm saying? We're not just going up putting up cute little websites for y'all, but trying to give people authentic resources to help them in their fitness journey.
Changing lives. I think that's the real big piece, and it's so authentic because, you know, he's changed his life. You know what I mean? He made choices to go in a direction, and he's come from a place, and he's going someplace, and people feel that energy.
We definitely going up. We definitely going up. We going up like you wouldn't believe. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm not settling for nothing less. You know, I know that, like I said, you know, just last year I was a dread last year. My head was down near to my ass. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you know, getting back to people asking me why I cut it, and I ain't never give nobody a real answer for that. You know what I'm saying? But because that was personal. I went through that, you know what I'm saying? And had I exposed what homie said earlier in terms of, yo, why you growing your hair? Oh, I ain't got no money. You put that out there like that, people respond to you a certain way, you know what I'm saying? And had I played that like that, I'd probably still be out there. So when I went through all those chambers and then I decided that, okay, that lane is exhausted, it ain't nowhere else for me to go as a dread, you know what I'm saying? Now, just like Dion said, I'm trying to fly, baby. I cut my hair so I can fly, you know what I'm saying? My versatility right now, my mobility is you know, it's top notch. So yeah.
Exactly. You know, you speak real, man. You talk about building character. So you know your time on the streets and everything that you went through has built a certain character in you. So let people know, you have some people out there, they're about 500-600 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? And they come to you expecting miracles, and they don't really understand
nice.
the type of hard work
Nice.
that goes into it.
Nice.
Let the people know what type of personality you have to have, what type of willpower you have to have to get the results they want to see.
Yeah, that's a good question, brother. Yo, it's crazy because it's almost like oxymoronic. You can't be the type of person. It's funny because I went through this with a couple of my girlfriends, right? But like it's ill because I had a girl. Let's say I think that was maybe 5 years ago, right? Where I gave her the game and she took it. You know what I'm saying? She took it. Yo, here's the math. Do your squats after work. Boom, boom, boom. Eat this, eat that. She took it. Ass got fat. Boom, boom. One thing. Oh, you see, she my ex-girl. You know what I'm saying? So now my last girl, she may be still my girl or whatever, but
She's situation.
It's a situation shit. There you go. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I never heard that. That's Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Situation.
But I try to give her the game and she won't pick it up and run with it. So, to get back more specifically, you can't need a personal trainer. You can't need a personal trainer. I don't want you to pay me to come and tell you to move your ass up and down 10 times here, then there, then there. I want you to pay me, and I go through this with a lot of my clients. You paying me for my energy. You know what I'm saying? And my expertise because, I guess it's 50-50 on both of those because I'm going to draw it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to draw it up. What you need? You 500 pounds? Let's get you down to 450. How long that's going to take? 3 months, all right? Well, here's what you got to do in 3 months.
So there's like...
It's a rhyme and reason, and it's all science. It ain't no guesswork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We create a caloric deficit for you. You know what I'm saying? If you, let's say, all right, the 5'8", 150-pound woman needs about 2,000 calories a day to maintain her body weight, life functions and body weight. All right. So at the end of the day, you gotta be coming in under those 2,000. You know what I'm saying? So maybe let's say you can, and that's combined with exercise. You know what I'm saying? So you eat and you exercise, that net deficit, you minus that from 2,000, that's your caloric deficit. So let's say you took in 1,500 calories for the day and you exercise and burnt 500. All right? Now you at 1,000 calories net and you need to be at 2,000, you at 1,000 calorie deficit. All right? Times that by 7, that's 7,000 calories. It's 3,500 calories and 1 pound of fat times 2. That's 7,000, right? Last time I checked.
Yeah.
So under that scheme, you would have lost 2 pounds of fat.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's your caloric deficit.
Where was you last month, man? I had to lose about 30 pounds to jump out of the plane because I was overweight.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gangster. Did
You
you
know
get
what
to jump
I did?
out of the plane?
Yeah, I jumped out the motherfucking
Why you
plane.
had to jump out then, brother? Salute.
But yo, I'm
What you
talking
did?
about-
You ran across the world? For all this?
Nah, I just started eating prunes.
Okay.
Yo, but
I switched my whole diet to prunes.
and here's the piece.
They was coming out whole.
The piece that's a good segue though
But
because
after
diet.
I
I'm
jumped,
about to ask you about that.
I started eating again.
And here's the thing though, it's about it's a combination. One is definitely that science. You gotta know the science. And then there's 3 examples. Like you gave an example of a woman, of a person being obese at a certain weight. He gave another example. And then I gave a personal example, like mine. My fitness, I guess, path. I've always been athletic my whole life. I was a killer at baseball. Then I kind of transferred over to basketball, and I was pretty good at basketball. But I just love athletics my whole life.
Yeah.
And then after my kid, and after my kid, and after work and jobs and stuff, you know what I'm saying, eating good, you right, you got the whole situation.
No doubt.
We all eat a certain way, and then we start believing that it's okay, and then next thing you know,
right. Deviations.
One time I hit it was 226 on the scale, and I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing ball and I can't really do the things that I want to do. I'm thinking in my head, okay, I'm gonna go behind my back and I'm gonna go. I try to execute it and it's like, nah, man, it's not it.
Yeah.
And basketball started not being as fun to me anymore because I couldn't do what I was.
Which is accustomed to doing.
Yeah, what I was even thinking about doing. So to make a long one, a short one, I had to. I on my own brought my weight down all the way down to about 180, 177. Then I met this brother.
Right.
All right.
Right.
And here's the thing is they say like that last 10, 15 is the hardest to do. And I've been struggling with that for like a year. That last 10, 15, I've been struggling like that. And in a day, he gave me the science.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So in one day, he said, okay, he asked me like 10 questions, wrote down a bunch of stuff, and he wrote down a bit of he gave me a piece of paper and said, all right, go do that.
Right.
And not for nothing, what it's done for me, I hit my mark last week. Or earlier this week. What was it? Last Wednesday? I hit my mark.
Yeah. After, what in all fairness, after he did a boot camp. You know what I'm saying? We burn about 1,000 calories an hour, though.
How long was that boot camp?
60 minutes.
60
The
minutes?
most rest you get in 60 minutes is 10 seconds.
Wow.
So you can go that route, or even the route that the homie talked about, where you go with an extreme or what's called a fad diet, FAD diet, and then drop. But then just like he said, when he dropped, he gained. And then the risk with that is you go up heavier than when you started.
Exactly.
So it's got to be a lifestyle change.
Let me ask you
And
this.
it's what you believe. That's where we really what you believe in about your diet, what we believe about our intake, what we really believe about it. Do we really believe that it's okay to intake this? Do we believe that? And then it's about your practices as well.
All right, so being that we spoke about diet and everything, when a customer approaches you about
Client.
a client, when a client approaches you about wanting you to be the personal trainer, what's the diet regimen that you give them, that you throw at them?
I don't throw a diet regimen at them. Yo, I follow a philosophy that I got from the brother Russell Simmons in his book, Do You. And one of the things he said in there that really stuck with me is he said, you start where you are. You know what I'm saying? You start where you are. I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear about what you thinking about doing, or a lot of people want to come to me, yo, I could train, but I can't work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 12 to 1. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I don't need, once again, with me, the person and the man and the trainer that I am, yo, let's go right now. You know what I'm saying? If we can't go right now, let's go the morning. Let's schedule it out. But so I say that to say, because it's not a negligence thing, but I believe in positive reinforcement. You got to incentivize yourself, because at the end of the day, if this is a hard journey for you, you're not going to do it.
Exactly.
So we move first. When someone comes to me, the first thing we do is we move. I need to know if you got any plates, pins, screws, what kind of medications you on. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you could breathe and you can move, let's move. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna move to a level 7 today, and inshallah we get you a level 8 next week. And that's it. Now in terms of the diet now, because it's not 50% exercise, 50% nutrition. It's 100% exercise and 100%
Yes,
nutrition.
sir. Yes, sir. Say that one more time again,
Yes,
sorry.
100% exercise and 100% nutrition, not 50-50. So what has to happen is once you start moving, okay, and your body starts moving regularly, you're gonna come into certain benefits just for that. All right. Then you compound that with strategic, smart nutrition plans. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Okay. What do you recommend for breakfast?
I don't do that. I don't do that. If there's one pet peeve that I have as a trainer, is that I don't tell people what to eat.
Okay.
This is a free world. You got everything to eat. You know what I'm saying? Now your math, that's why I always talk to you about the math.
So basically what you're saying is you can eat whatever you want, but in moderation.
Yeah, exactly.
In moderation, right.
You got to work harder. If
And
you have
then
to work
we
harder,
know the obvious dumb. You ain't gonna wake up and have a cheesesteak. You know what I'm saying? You know the obvious shit. Right. But if I gotta tell that to you,
If
if I gotta tell that to you, we probably not. You know what I'm
You
saying?
said that really stuck with me.
Uh-huh.
I don't want somebody that needs a personal trainer. If you don't want to do it, that really stuck with me.
And it's I mean that's because it's about your drive. It's about your will. We got free will.
Push-ups. It's not because you told me to do them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But see now, like what happens? All right. Let's say if I get somebody who never exercised before, which I've had. All right, we get them moving twice a week, in moderation. Okay. Then it takes about 2 weeks for your body to hit a plateau. All right. So if you never worked out before, we go across your whole body over the course of a week within 3 sessions. We hit your whole body, then we do it again the next week. After that, you at a plateau. Once I get my client at that plateau, then we start talking diet. And like I said, regarding diet, just real quick, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. If you're trying to lose weight, eat a large enough breakfast that it can hold your stomach over for about 4 to 5 hours, preferably. Okay. All right. The reason people get fat, man, and I'm gonna just say this real directly, because I used to have a thing against fat people, but now it's like, yo, if you want to be fat, just be fat. I'm not fat, so you know what I'm saying. But the reason you fat is because your body is backed up on processing food. And it may sound simple, but I didn't really, because fat is a mentality. Fat is a mentality. It got very little to do with the physical, but what it is that person thinks they got more time than they actually got. It'd be my fat people that would be like, oh, I'll be there in 5 minutes when you're already 5 minutes late. What you think? I'm sitting around like, you think I'm running my business like that? 6 o'clock is 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you want to show up at 6:30, you got a half-hour session. That's cool. But you're going to be fat next week, next month. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mentality. They think they got more time than they have, and it's manifesting their body because they keep pumping stuff into their body that it hasn't had time to process. So that's how you got to do the mathematics of your day. You break your fast. Breakfast is a literary term. It means breaking the fast. As long as your body is in a fasting state, it's going to hold on to fat for fear of famine. All right? Doesn't know when it's going to eat again. It's not going to eat away at at your fat first. It's going to store that because those are the most dense, juiciest shit.
Yeah,
it's going to eat away.
That's
right.
my problem because I don't eat.
Right.
I don't lose weight neither.
Yeah. Somebody, if you got to lose weight, you got to eat 5 times a day. Because you gotta keep your body, you gotta keep your body, and you gotta keep the metabolism regular.
Can I say something?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think one of the keys, because in terms of practicals, again, I came down from 226 to I was up to 228, really something like that, and brought it down, and it was a long process. Took 4 years, 5 actually. And in there, I learned a lot of tricks and things like that. One of the things is don't let yourself get too hungry. I want to always have things on deck. If it's a Nutri-Grain bar, if it's an orange, if it's a, if you do bananas, have them on deck. Because in between our meals, we gonna get hungry. So like we do things, we active, and depending on what your lifestyle is, there's things that could get you hungrier than you may normally be. If you active or if you're doing other things that could cause munchies, lifestyle things, or whatever, you're gonna get hungry. You need to have something on deck because we don't have things on deck. And then it's like we look around, it's nothing but Crown Fried, and there's nothing but this or that. And the third, you know what I'm saying? Now,
yeah, you definitely from Brooklyn.
Kennedy's out here. But regardless, when we hungry, or we walk into the bodega, and the whole thing looks like poison to me now. You know what I mean? Like right now, it looks like straight poison. Look around, it's sugar, bad carbs, and fat. And then I gotta search through to find me something healthy. I mean, you know what I mean? The water is even in the back. The beer is in the front. So it's just like, we really gotta be, and once we understand that, and then we understand the science, then we gotta do the practical thing. Don't let yourself get too hungry. Always have an on deck, a pack of peanuts, something to go. You dig what I'm saying? And then in between, have your little pals, your kicks. That's good for you. And then have you 5 good meals. Have a good, then that's when I think you could flex a little bit.
Well, hold on. I gotta make this clear because
you see me defer.
Because if you need to lose weight, okay. First thing you need to do is exercise, all right? Then after you exercise and you're eating your 5 meals a day, if you on that flow, there's no room for snacks. There's no room for snacks. Mind you, you're eating
5 times a day. Ain't no between. That's
drink water?
No, you sit on it. And that's another thing. You stop drinking water. You see, I had this shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't, and the only reason I bought this is if my throat got a little dry, whatever, but you don't have to be pummeling your body with nutrients, and kind of take it to the word a little second here, you know what I'm saying? I'm Muslim, but I know my Bible, just like Jesus said when he was being tempted by Satan, and he said, if your God is really God, tell him to turn this stone into bread. What did Jesus say? We live off every word of God. You know what I'm saying? We live off every word of God, not just the food. You know what I'm saying? So you, as a human being, because all nutrition stems from the sun. All right, it boils down into you, but you can get it directly from the sun and fuel yourself. And this is what the textbooks is not going to tell you at all. You know what I'm saying? Some people going to look at me, hear this and think that I don't know, but I'm very well read. Like I said, I'm a college graduate. We can go toe to toe, and then, I take off my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, that's what I was telling you. So I take off my shirt, you take off my shirt. I don't need to know what your plan is, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'll write your plan. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't have to be pummeling your body with nutrients. Drive off your will. Want it. Go and then go get it. And then if you fat, you already got enough nutrients in you as is that, but not even, I don't want to pick on fat people, honestly and truly, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's a mentality, and skinny is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's the flip side of it.
And it's about being healthy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I was getting
really about
to.
being
If you are American, chances are you in a healthy weight range. If not, just like I shared with someone, more people die.
That you're in an unhealthy health range. True or false?
No, well, I mean, it's more likely that you would be in the unhealthy health range. Because you probably, America's the fattest country in the world.
Right.
But what I'm saying with that, you don't got to worry about being malnourished.
Okay, you're not.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
So stop putting shit in your body, man. And that's why I interrupted with the five meals thing. If you want 5 meals, you don't have the luxury of, I just go and put some peanuts in my body. That's an extra 200 calories.
No, you know what? And when I replay my practical experience, when it came time to take it up another notch in terms of refining my body, I did have to cut those snacks out. What I will say is, for me personally, my mentality was fat. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
So I would get in between those meals. I had fat mentality. Oh, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I just peeped that was a fat mentality thing. And then it's not until like the last year or so, and then not even for nothing, even after engaging and getting connected with the science that you've been giving me, I be cutting them snacks down because I want to take up the next level now in my development. So I really do get your point.
And then in terms of at the greater scope, we got just as human beings, we want to do better. You know what I'm saying? We want to pass a better world off to the generation coming after us. So, we got to get our standards up. I mean, we literally live in the fattest country in the world. Exactly. So, and that perplexes me because I always grew up impoverished. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, okay, how do I eat? But the reality of what we're facing is that I eat too much in this country. So we just got to do better. We got to do better. And for me, the way I win is just through outright activity. And that's what I'm saying. Like we a special type of people. And we serve a special God who got our best interest in mind. And with that, the blueprint is there for you. The blueprint is there for you. But if you're going to use your car as an excuse why you're not in shape, if you're going to use your job as an excuse why you're not in shape, then you're going to be wearing that.
I think you're real key though, because the blueprint is there. What you do, like you said, man, bringing the gym, not just the gym to you, but also bringing the science to you. And being able to articulate it and break it down in a manner that I think people can really take on. And again, they feel that energy. Again, like you said, your clients it's that energy. I did go to this boot camp. I was in that boot camp, and the energy was off the charts. And I'm an athletic too, so I'm keeping up and all that. But I'm also not walking all around the joint, voice on. He's basing over the music. And he's yelling at the lady in the far right corner. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm sitting there focused like, okay, just breathe. I'm trying to go, you know what I mean? But so it is an energy thing, but I think bringing the science to you is what, his personal fitness and fitness, the functional max, that's what he really does. He brings the science and brings gym to you. And that combination is the killer combo.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask a quick question now?
Absolutely.
But on the intake thing, like I know I got a lot of friends who just beef up on the muscle milk and the protein. Like, like what's your take on that? Like, do people really should like use that, or is that just like
it has a purpose? It has a purpose. Like if you lean, you got a high metabolism, and if your purpose is to build muscle, you know, to that end, then you can do that. It's there for a reason, you know. You just, you know, you want to make it a part of a balanced, complete diet. But yeah, muscle milk is popping.
Is it better than like Chinese food though?
Right, yeah, and that's a good way to ask that. Yeah.
Nah, because sometimes these are the choices that we are faced with, and so we in a situation like. Don't want to get
straight
that.
up, and I'm like how you asked that Chinese food specifically, because I had a friend of mine who's a Golden Glove competitor. He said to me when he was coaching me in terms of getting my joint up, he was like, yo, he said outright, he was like, and he didn't know my diet or nothing, but you know how you just be knowing where people at, and like, he was like, yo, Leonard, Chinese food is not going to do it. He was like, you got to go shopping, you got to go put some food in the refrigerator. Chinese food, the quick fix, like if you got a muscle milk mentality, what'll happen, right, is when you ain't got that $4 or $5 to drop for that muscle milk, you're probably not gonna have the discipline, especially because that's a quick fix thing. You know what I'm saying? You could take the $20 instead of that $5 per, spend $20, and you have protein for a whole 2 months at a greater capacity. So instead of having one muscle milkshake for the day, you have 2 joints that you gotta make. And that's what me and my brother is just, you know, because it's a lifestyle thing where it's like, yo, you gotta have your home, your mind, your body, your finances all in line. Yeah. But it ain't like you gotta make $1 million. It's just gotta be important enough to you to clean the blender, to go to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So muscle milk is dope, but you know, go get you a $25 protein jug from Walgreens, from CVS. You know, that you're talking about 2 months versus a day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it is a good analogy I like to run, and we talk about fuel, and we call you know, the intake premium fuels. You know, sometimes we Instagram that premium fuels, take a picture of the fresh pineapple, the ginger, you know what I mean? Like carrots cut up, watermelon, you know what I mean?
The glutamine.
And hashtag premium fuel that. And if you think about it, when we talk about this often, you know, automobiles, you talk about automobiles, you know, there's different fuel that you can put in the automobile. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, what you consider your body, you know what I'm saying? You consider your body a Benz or a Corolla. So it's just like, what you gonna feed, you know what I mean? Like, please don't put that 87 in my S500. Like, please don't do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. We need we know what we need.
I thought he was gonna say, because this is my mentality, I thought he was gonna say, please don't put that 87 in your body. I'm not gonna tell you that. If you think that that's your level, if that's what you think about yourself, I'm gonna respect that.
Hey,
if you want to be a damn
but if you wanna
roll, let's roll.
Because what's it gonna do to your car? What is that fuel do to the top engine? It doesn't maximize.
Everything matters.
The engine don't even run. The engine is like, go for that. Right. So our body and that type of thing is true. There's a science to why that, and you know.
And the body will do the same thing if you don't eat nutrient dense products. Like he was just talking about going to the bodega or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And for those outside of the corner store, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know, you have a very low selection of nutrient-dense products in there. Nothing in there is living. Nothing in there has vitamins. You know what I'm saying? What they do with the vitamins, they strip them out of the sugar and the bread, and they sell them back to you as cereal. You know what I'm saying? And this is the game that they, you know what I'm saying? And it's too deep to be coincidental. They trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got a problem shooting. You know, I don't want to get into all that. But they, you know, that's what. If they not gonna outright kill you, they're gonna at least keep you weak. Because if you're weak, you're stupid. If you're stupid, you ain't gonna move, and you're gonna keep going to that bodega.
You can't fight.
You can't.
But these are topics we can get into.
Yes, Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah.
So we gotta get up out of here.
Yeah, brother.
We know where they can get you, man.
LeonardSmithAthletics.com. Check me out on Facebook, Leonard Smith, Certified Personal Trainer, and the website on the books, athletics.com will be up and next month. Yo, I appreciate
Major
the time.
Thank y'all so much. Yo, guys, keep in mind, again, these knowledges, these things about what we believe, about what we put in our bodies, and we all got to pay attention. We all got families. We all got to teach these things to our families, to the younger ones, and that's where we come in with the athletic leadership too. Like, this is all about being a leader for yourself, for your family, for your body, like being a leader and making a choice. You know what I mean? That like a leader would make for yourself. So that's what this is about. And we're offering the same science, the same training for teams. You know, we working with a few teams in Brooklyn right now.
2 hours, anywhere in New York City.
This is
what I'm saying.
This is what
we'll get you a trainer anywhere in New York City within 2 hours.
The Uber for personal fitness, you know, teams, small groups, and personal, man. LeonardSmith.com, and look out for On the Books Athletics.com. Sports leaders and legends, and we building a very beautiful, positive thing. And thank y'all for this platform.